Hello everyone. Today we'll start with our next assignment. My name is Siddesh Upasni. Today we'll see the next assignment, which is based on the objective of operator overloading. So you can see the problem statement over here. Write program in C++ to perform following operations on complex numbers: add, subtract, multiply, divide. Use operator overloading for these operations. The objective of this assignment is to learn the concepts of operator overloading. Now you can ask me the question that, sir, already we have done this complex arithmetics in the second assignment only. So yeah, you just have to see that here we are observing the concept of operator overloading for the overall operation. So we'll start with the program. So here you can see that same as the second assignment, we are using iostream and math.h header files for necessary keywords and libraries included in the C++ program. Then std prefix for std prefix here for not using it again and again in program. Then class complex and real comma ing are the first fields in the class complex. Then in the public specifier we have void read. The function is defined directly over here. So it does mean that we can directly define the functions inside the class. So it is taking the real and imaginary part from the user itself over here. Then the display part, here we have int I. If img is greater than 0, then cout real plus img and l. I have explained this logic earlier also, but again, just for the case of that, if we have imaginary part as positive, then plus I should be appended at the output console, and for that case we are doing this thing in the display function. And else is the condition, which is obviously if img is greater than 0. If it is wrong, that means obviously img is negative, and that's why I is equal to minus img. So for that case, cout real minus I and I, so it is displayed in a negative way. Okay. And then for operator overloading, we have four operator overloading functions over there. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so we were here for the display after the display function we have operator overloading. So here we have four different functions for four different arithmetic operations. You can see complex operator, the positive or plus sign, and then in bracket complex, and then semicolon. So this is the way in which we are declaring the particular operator. So here complex is nothing but the name of class, operator is the keyword, plus minus asterisk, that means multiplication, and slash, that means division. These are the respective particular what you can say operators that we are overloading. And inside that we are having arguments of complex. So these complex arguments will be the uh, arguments that are to be processed by the particular operator. So we'll see them directly in the program. So we'll start with the first operator overloaded function. So here you can see complex scope resolution operator plus complex C. So the complex in the first term is the return type. The second complex is the class name to which the operator belongs. Then scope resolution operator as for the syntax, then operator as particular keyword, then plus sign, then in bracket complex C. Earlier also I have discussed this thing that in C++ programming we can have calling object and passing object. So the passing object from the function will be cached into this particular object locally declared inside this parenthesis. Now we start with the body of operator plus. So inside that we have complex sum. Now it is same as the previous or second assignment that we have seen. So in that, sum dot real is equal to real plus c dot real. Now this real will be the part of the calling object, and c dot real will be the part of passing object. Same way, for sum dot img we are having img plus c dot img and then return sum. So by that way, the sum will be returned back to the calling function. Then complex scope resolution operator minus complex C1. Now see, the same thing that we have done for plus, same is for minus, only at the place of sum we have DIFF as the object name, and real part will be subtracted from real, imaginary from imaginary, and the object dot field will have the respective results and they will be given back to the calling function. Now for multiplication, slight change, real part will be multiplied with real minus imaginary part will be multiplied with imaginary, and this will form the real part of the product. For imaginary part of first will be multiplied with second, real of second, plus real of first will be multiplied with imaginary of second, and this will give the imaginary part of the product, and the product will be written. Now turning towards the actual complex part, that is the division. Here you can see again the description that I have given in the second assignment also, that for complex division we need to complex conjugate of the denominator complex number, and we have to multiply the numerator and denominator with that particular complex conjugate. So you can see here we are doing that thing. We are creating one denominator part in which we are having the c1 dot real square plus c1 dot img square. So we have two objects C and C2 from the class complex which will hold certain entities. So C2 will hold the complex conjugate of the denominator part, and then C will be used for, now this keyword is used for using the same object. So this stands for same object. So asterisk, this means this particular variable or this particular object in this case. So asterisk C2. So this will be the, now here this asterisk sign will be for multiplication. So now as you can say, the numerator will be multiplied with the C2, that is the complex conjugate of denominator, and in denominator we already have the denominator, the second complex number multiplied with its complex conjugate number. So in R or in real part we have C dot real divided by DIN, so that is denominator we have calculated earlier, and then I is equal to C dot img divided by DIN, so that is imaginary part. So we'll see for the quotient is, so now we are not using display function in division because for that case we are having this complex multiplication, complex arithmetics, so it will do the same logic as we have seen in display function, and at the end we have main function. Inside that we have three objects C, C1 and answer. So C dot read and C1 dot read, these particular two lines will take the respective complex numbers from the user. ANS is equal to C plus C1. Now you can see this thing will be only applicable when this plus symbol or plus operator is having the definition of addition. Okay, one more thing, that using plus sign is not necessarily only can do addition. With plus sign you can do any mathematical operation, but just for the ease of understanding now, the plus sign is used for addition of two variables. So ns is equal to C plus C1. In general, if we do this thing in C++ program, it will give us error. So for that case, when you are using operator overloading, it will understand the meaning of positive sign over there. So ns is equal to C plus C1 will be C as calling object plus as a function and C1 as the passing object. So it will go to the addition function, and the return sum part will return the addition value to the ANS object. Same way is for, okay, I'll share the screen with you for the output of this program. So for the real and imaginary part, we will give certain values, say 5 as real, 2 as imaginary, 3 as real, and 2 as imaginary. We will have the sum, difference, product, and quotient as these respective values, and you can calculate different uh, versions of the calculations by different values. Say you can have negative values also for the real and imaginary part of two different numbers. So for that case, you can just use the program given over there. So I suppose you have understood the logic of the program as well as you have understood the output. So thank you.